The opinions expressed on this program are solely those of its hosts, guests, or callers, and do not necessarily represent the opinions of WTBR-FM, its management, other producers, or sponsors.
Greetings, fellow travelers on this unpredictable journey we call life. Welcome, one and all, to Not Your Cup of Tea, the radio show that dares to defy expectations, challenge conventions, and generally make a joyful mess of things. Are you tired of the mundane? Do you crave a little absurdity in your otherwise ordinary existence? Then you've come to the right place. We're diving headfirst into a swirling vortex
It's a twister! It's a twister!
of wit, wisdom, occasionally, wonder, and wonderfully weird tangents.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Today's episode promises a delightful roller coaster of conversation, filled with unexpected twists, turns, and perhaps a few existential crises along the way.
I had a couple Red Bulls. You ever had a Red Bull? I never had a Red Bull before, but I had a Red Bull last night. I really like Red Bull.
Your intrepid guides on this journey into the wonderfully strange are your hosts, Chuck and Billy, ready to unleash a torrent of hilarious anecdotes, insightful observations, maybe, and the occasional nonsensical ramble that'll leave you wondering what just happened.
No, I don't think so. No.
And wanting more. So settle in, get comfy, and prepare to have your mind delightfully bent out of shape. Let the madness begin.
Madness.
Here's Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea. We hope you enjoy.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy. I mean, yeah, that's good stuff. I like
That's
that.
how to do time.
I had a Red Bull. Never had a Red Bull before. Do you like Red Bull? I think I like Red Bull. I love Red Bull.
Have you ever had a Red Bull before? I've never had one before.
Red Bull.
Red Bull!
Just trying to answer them. Anyways, here's Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea on WTBR 89.7 and WSBR 88.1 in Lee. All right. People were like, they're not doing a call sign. They're not doing a call sign. Okay, good.
Top of the hour. We have to do it at the top of the hour, sir.
No, I know. I'm just being respectful.
I like to do it in the beginning, and at least, like, you know, it's a show that's starting now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You need to know what you're listening to, just in case you forgot.
What are we listening to?
I'll say it every 15 minutes if I need to.
Yeah, let's do it. No, I'm just kidding. I love it. Dude, I was thinking of something the other night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so
how many days did it take to recover from that?
I don't know. The smoke was unbearable. The alarms are going off. Like, beep, beep, beep.
Fire department's on its way.
Wee. Anyway.
Wee woo.
Yeah, wee woo. We're here. Anyways. So I was thinking of something when I was a kid, and it brought back a memory, and I was laughing at first, and then I thought about it, and I was like, it wasn't funny. I remember this guy. Oh no! This one guy babysat me when I was a kid, but he used to bring his friend over, and his friend was always you know when people go fuh, fuh, with their boogers,
the rockets.
Yeah. He would do that, but it would hang.
Gross!
And he would come at me every time, and I'd freak out. I was only like 5. I'm like, screaming. He's like, I'm under the table, and he's like, it's coming for you. It's just hanging there and dangling.
Ew.
I'm like, man, like, I want to find you now.
Garbage pail kid.
Yeah, it was bad. I was like, I was terrified.
Yeah.
And every time my mom's like, oh, Sean's going to watch you and his friend. No.
No, I want to go to my friend's house and spend the night.
Yeah, I want to stay there for good.
Can I do that, please?
I don't ever want to come back.
Never, ever. Yeah.
Booger Man's going to get me.
If he steps foot in this house one more time.
I do remember hitting him in the face when I was a kid. I was like, I think I was 5. I think I was 6 after that. And he was like, it's coming for you. And I got so terrified. I was just like, pow! And he was like, and it went into his mouth.
I bet he never did that again, though.
I was like, yes, that's what you get.
Did he do it again?
No, he never did it again.
See?
I don't think I ever seen him after that.
Ha!
I don't think I ever seen him after that.
Well, you made your point.
Well, if he's listening.
You got your point across.
If he's probably one of those people that are listening, like, Wait a minute, I used to do that to a kid. Yeah. It must be you.
I used to do that to a kid. I used to do that to a kid once.
I used to pull my boogers out and just, hey.
And just swing them around.
Yeah. La, la, la. It was so gross, man. Yeah. Looks like a tassel. I can do that.
Why does that make me think of Ren and Stimpy? I don't know why that makes me think of Ren and Stimpy, but it does.
It was a great cartoon.
It was. That was probably one of my favorites.
Time.
Yeah, it was one of my favorites. It really was. Hey, Ren.
Hey there, Red.
Hey, Ren. What's easy, Timon?
What do you want?
But it was like the grossest.
Space.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one.
It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
What was my favorite one? The space one, where space. I can't remember what it was, but he was eating the soap. He was like,
Yeah.
"You're my own ice cream bar. I love you." And he's like, "You're such a creamy Santa." I was dying. I was like, I loved it. My dad's sitting there going, "You need help." I was like, "No, I don't."
That was one of those cartoons that was like, it was not something that was seen a lot in the time.
Yep.
So like the grossest things, their teeth would fall out, and there'd be the roots would be hanging down, and like
Yep.
if they had bad breath, you knew it was bad breath. It was just bad.
It was like,
Cinnamon Toast Man. And his little shorts were cinnamon toast, and he'd turn around and his butt cheeks would hang out. Yeah. it was just like cinnamon toast that was there. It was just
so
covering
funny.
it.
It was so funny. It was like one of the best cartoons ever. Like
Yeah,
nowadays,
in our time.
people
Yeah.
would be banning that in a heartbeat.
Oh,
'cause
sure.
There's so many crybabies.
Well, sure.
Stop it. That's
It's
offensive.
inappropriate.
There is no such thing as a cinnamon toast man. We're going to have to change it like we did the Indians.
Toast Man. And it was so funny. He was
man.
that was great. And they had the little spin-off cartoons too, like the little few-minute cartoons
Oh,
that
yeah,
were like
yeah,
in
yeah.
between the.
I loved it.
Yeah, they were great.
Log from Blamco.
It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log. It's better than bad, it's good. Everyone wants a log. Come on and get your log.
Get your log from Blamco. It was so great. I loved it.
Oh man,
Classics.
classics.
They were the classics, man. There were some cartoons that people just would not like let slide nowadays.
No,
I don't even think they let Tom and Jerry slide.
half the time, none of the cartoons from like
Yeah.
Adult Swim,
None of them. No, yeah, absolutely not.
Futurama,
I'm surprised. they let-
Teen Hunger Force, or
I'm
wait,
surprised.
was it Teen Hunger Force or Hunger?
No, Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Robot Chicken's still going.
I know.
It's like, wow.
The Simpsons, even. I'm surprised
Simpsons is
that's
over.
well.
They're
I'm
ending.
surprised that they're not trying to ban it.
Yeah, I know. What is it, like 40 some odd years?
I don't know, but
I'm
it's predicted
older.
everything that's happened.
Hopefully the one that they did predict actually happens. But anyways.
I don't know, but how weird is that?
It is. It's weird.
It's like, how do they know?
I know.
Somebody knows something.
He's the guy that writes it is Nostradamus.
Yeah,
He's like, I tell you, this is going to
he's from the
happen."
future.
Yeah, he's probably his son.
He's a time traveler.
Yeah. Don't you hate those videos?
Yeah,
They're so
funny, though.
stupid. He's like, look, I'm in time at a Taco Bell. And I'm like, and this guy like ratted him out so bad. He was like, yeah, that's the Taco Bell that I live near. And he took a picture and he was like, ta-da! I was like,
Yeah.
ouch, you feel stupid.
Well, there's these ones that are on like TikTok, and the guy's like, I'm a real time traveler, and at this date, this is gonna happen. This date, that's gonna happen, and people eat it up.
Yeah, it's
It's
bad.
like, that's not gonna happen. This dude is just on there trying to get clicks and likes and
Yeah, I mean,
follows and stuff.
I've watched them. I'm like, wow. When you actually go in time and you show me a Bradley's and Zers, then I'll believe you. Until that time,
this or that's gonna happen, but he doesn't post it until after the fact.
yeah, I know. Look, I'm in Bradley's. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're in Walmart. I can tell.
Bradley's.
Bradley's. I don't know if anybody remembers Bradley's.
I'm sure there are a lot of people that do.
They're probably like, ooh, Bradley's. I remember. You remember Newberry's?
Newberries. I know. I was just
Oh,
gonna
my
say that.
Lord. Strawberries from
Strawberries
the
down
record store.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I miss is, what was it? The shoe store.
Jim's House of Shoes? Yeah.
Yep, I missed that place because I used to ride around in the thingies.
Well, yeah.
Little horsies around the circle. I felt like the witch.
Isn't it weird that downtown, just by the hotel, like that, there's a unit down there that used to have the escalators in it?
Yep.
And you go in there now, and there's no remnants of any escalator. So it's like, whoa.
It's weird.
Like, how could there have been an escalator in there?
I don't know, but I remember it was like, what was it? England Brothers. They had an escalator up to the toy store. Yeah. And I used to go up there all the time. And I remember when
reminiscing about the old Pittsfield.
Whoopsie, sorry. People are probably like, oh.
I have a really good book about Berkshire County.
Yeah.
That's like from like late 1800s up to the early 1900s. And it's like how everything was established here. It's pretty cool.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to England Brothers all the time. I used to go up to the toy store. And, of course, back in the day, your parents didn't care because it was safe, sort of. Anyways, I mean, Richard Ramirez wasn't around or John Wayne Gacy, but we were good. So
no, just Louis Land.
Yeah, just Louis Land. I know that guy. But anyways, I'd go up to this toy store, and I remember when they first made the lightsabers, the ones that came out like three, like that. Yeah. I flung it back like that, and my dad was right there.
Oh no!
Hit him right in the face.
Oh no!
He was like, and stared at me. I was like, this is the one I want. And he was like, get a different one. I'm like, why? He goes, because you hit me with that one. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Probably that you probably wouldn't have had it for very long because he probably would have taken it and broke it and thrown it in the trash.
No, but all I heard was thunk, and he was like, and just stood there. I was like, he's going to kill me.
The joys of parenting.
Yeah. Back in the day, I don't know if it was easier or... I don't
know. I think it's hard no matter what.
It feels like from the 80s to 90s, it was kind of the same, but not the same. But then when it got later and then it got phones and it's
it's
worse.
Harder. I mean, that part is definitely harder, but it's adapting. Like we were conditioned to know that technology was on its way. So like I would imagine that like our parents would have a hard time parenting now.
Yeah.
But like we're okay. I mean, it's still hard no matter what. It's hard. There's always challenges. There's challenges for them and in the time, and now there's challenges for.
I just think it's funny I think it's funny where they're back in the day they were always like, geez, these things are expensive. 45 cents? This is ridiculous. Right? Now you're like $5.22 and you're like, man, I remember when these were 45 cents.
Remember when you used to be able to put like 80 cents a gallon into your tank and then just drive around Pittsfield?
For days.
Yeah, drive around Pittsfield and everybody would just park up on North Street. It was cool then because there wasn't like a whole bunch of like stuff happening up there.
Stuff. Yeah, you could sit there and just watch the people walk by and be like, look at that. I know that guy.
People watch, yeah.
He's hammered every day.
There were some Pittsfield celebrities, I guess you could call them.
Yeah, we've had, he wasn't from Pittsfield, but it was like Jeff Reardon's from Dalton, but
yeah,
he was the old pitcher for the Red Sox and the Yankees.
But I'm talking about local.
Local?
Yeah, I'm talking about, remember the guy that used to walk up and down North Street? He had coveralls on and his hair was
the big beehive guy. Yeah.
And then
I remember him. He was awesome. I loved that guy.
And he was nice.
Yeah, he was super nice.
He was nice. Then there was another guy who used to walk around with a clipboard.
Yeah.
And he used to say that he was a director. And I can't remember his name, but he walked around for years with a clipboard and sunglasses and long hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Harmless, completely harmless, all of them. And then there was Burpin' Joe.
Burpin' Joe. Oh, the guy that always tells you to pay you money if you burp loud.
Yeah, I actually had a run with him once. So he did exist. He's not a wives' tale. He's not like a rumor or a... And he was nice, and we sat down and talked, and he was talking to me on North Street, and then it came to that. It came to that. The conversation went to burping. And he asked, and it was very subtle. He's like, so have you ever burped? And I'm like, yeah.
Where'd that come from?
I'm like, yeah. So, like,
are you ready?
And it started to get a little weird, and so I realized who it was. So at this point, I changed the conversation, and I said, do you ever wonder where we really came from? And he's like, what do you mean?
You ever burp?
That's the thing, though. Like, all I did was change the conversation, and I was like, do you ever wonder where we really came from? And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, what if the aliens put us here? Like, and we're just like this big test or this like big experiment. They put us here, and here we are, like, you know, growing and doing things because we really don't know where we came from. Like, I went on and on and on. Finally, he was like, "Well, this has been really great, but I got to get going."
He thought you were the nut job.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying he's a nut job, but I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I'm not saying
if
he
you-
was.
if
I'm just
you-
saying the guy that actually was like, "Hey, you want to burp?" And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's like, "You're
if you
nuts.
are
I
in
don't
an
even want to talk to you anymore."
Seriously, if you are in an uncomfortable conversation with somebody, you can just start talking about something way out there.
Yeah.
Either one, they're going to talk to you about it, and it's going to turn into a really cool conversation. Or two, they're gonna walk away.
I remember when underwear didn't have holes in it.
You know, anything. You just pick anything right out of the
You
sky.
could just see him now. What? Yeah, I used to wrap them around my waist and under my legs and, you know, pin them up. And then that was my undies. People
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Do you remember when we used to wear leaves?
Adam and Eve does.
So I mean, yeah, just if you're seriously in an uncomfortable conversation, just bring up something way controversial.
Yes, or
And
something
then-
that doesn't even make any sense. Just say something.
Yeah, just say something, anything, and they'll either go with it or they'll, you know, go with it for a very short time and then be like, "Well, I gotta go," and then you'll be, you know, instead of like being rude about it and being like, "Get away from me," or unless a person is really, you know, inappropriate with you, but like if they're not inappropriate with you. And you want like a nice way to say go away, just change the subject.
I mean, it'd be like, "Oh, I
To something
remember when
weird.
like some lady and you're standing next to her and she's like, I remember when these were 46 cents. You're like, I remember when spring rolls had butter on them. What? It's like, what do you mean?
How come spring rolls don't have butter on them?
Yeah, what's going on? I'm confused. You remember when you sprinkle a little bit of salt on them, give them that taste?
Do something like riddle me this, and then
Yeah.
say something that's completely not a riddle.
Riddle me this, Batman and Robin. How about no? Jeez, it'd be funny though.
Riddle me this. What do you call 14 wheelchairs with watermelons
And handbags.
in the seat covers?
How's that riddle for you? Figure that out. What?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Yes, he did.
A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked.
I remember him doing that. And then he fell off the ladder.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Like 3.
It's a whole peck. But what's a peck?
I don't know.
10?
It's like
12?
that little girl. You ever see that video of that little girl where she's eating the noodles? And she goes, I like a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of the spice, and a little bit of the, the tomato and stuff like that. And then the guy's like, there's tomato and ramen. Yeah, there's a little bit. There's a little bit. There's a little bit of spice.
I didn't see that.
It's like-
Yeah, there's a little bit.
She goes, there's a little bit.
There's some a little
And he
bit.
goes, what's a bit? She goes, I don't know, but it sounds cool. She's so adorable when she does it too. But just the way she had her hands, it's a little
As
bit
a little
spicy
kid,
enough.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
it's so funny.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
It's all about spiciness, a little bit of the spice, a little bit of the tomato. And he's like, "There's tomato and ramen." Yeah, there's a little bit of tomato in there. What's a bit? I don't know, but it sounds really cool.
That's cute.
If anyone's
cute.
ever seen that video, probably anyone that's out there would probably be like, I've seen it on TikTok, or I've seen it on Instagram. She's so adorable.
That's funny.
It's so cute. I made my wife watch it. She was like, oh my God, that's so cute.
That is funny.
It is funny. It's not hard to find. Like if you go on YouTube, you could probably just say, look for the girl eating ramen, and it'll probably pop up.
I'm sure that you can just search it anywhere.
The
like
longer
that.
version is funny too, because she's like, I can't wait to get my ramen. And it's like, I can't wait. Like it's just the way she talks.
Yeah.
And she's very like flamboyant with her hands, and she's
Sure.
it's so
Oh, that's
adorable.
That's so adorable.
So gerbil. You're so gerbil. What?
Did you just call me a gerbil?
Yeah. Did you say I'm durable? Yeah, like tires. Well, yeah.
Like batteries, like Energizer?
Yeah. Like the big ones that you used to put in the flashlights. You remember those big modes?
Like the D?
Yeah, no,
or the
big-
C's?
Yeah, the huge ones.
Oh,
they were
wait.
like this long. They had the 2 springs on them.
Like, were they square?
Yeah, they were huge.
So like 9 volt?
no, they were like this big. They were like this big. I remember we used to have these like square flashlights, and that's the only thing that fit in it. And I was
my
like,
God.
why are we buying these? They're just like, you might as well just buy a battery.
Huge
for a car.
battery cells.
And when you carry it around, you're like,
Thing is heavy.
All right, yeah, all right, got
Clock someone in the head with it.
it. Oh, you'd knock someone out cold with that.
I'm sure.
Whack.
Everything used to be a lot heavier.
Sorry, sis. Didn't know it was you. Thought it was the burglar.
Like when cell phones first came out, it was like a pack. It looked like a computer. Today would be a computer case.
But you know how cool you look when you like pretended someone was calling you. Like, hello.
Yeah, right.
Flip phone. Pull up the amp.
Dude, my parents used to have a BMW. It was an older BMW too.
I remember.
And it had,
you were saying this.
and it had a phone in it. It didn't.
like-
it didn't work. But I used to like pick it up and pretend I was talking on it, like I was cool or something.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I'll
like,
be there in like 20 minutes.
I'm in my car.
I'll be there in like 20 minutes.
I'm in my Beamer.
Do you guys have spring rolls with butter?
Exactly.
They're so good. Do you have a whatchamacallit?
Yeah, do you got $100,000?
Any bit of honeys? Those are nasty.
Do you have an O. Henry?
Those were good. I haven't
They
seen
still
one of
sell
those.
'em.
I haven't seen them.
They do.
The whatchamacallits don't taste the same at all. The
Nothing
Heath bars
tastes
are like
the
eating
same.
cement.
I know.
It's like, oh,
You break your teeth on them.
yeah, your whole face. You're like, I broke my jaw. What were you eating? Heath bar? Well, there you go.
Well,
Did you eat a spring roll with butter first? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna have to go get some rolls,
Yeah, we're gonna have to go buy spring rolls for
spring
no
rolls,
reason.
and
Just butter them.
butter them up.
Just take a little syringe and go. There we
yeah,
go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. That's yummy.
I remember when I had tobacco one. I was kidding.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of, like,
Tobacco. Ugh,
yeah,
I couldn't do it.
no, it's not even that. It's like so. The candies we used to have.
Oh, what was it? The jerky?
No, they were like the fake cigarette candies.
Oh, good lord, yeah.
And it was
those.
like, I don't remember what they were called. They weren't called Lucky. They were called Lucky. It's just Lucky.
Lucky something, yeah.
It was not Lucky, obviously Lucky Strike, but like they just used to say, I think, Lucky on them
Yeah.
with a big circle.
And you was always like,
Yeah, and it was like,
but they were good.
back then they were like promoting it to kids. It's like, what did you expect us all to do?
I know, you're like, what do you want us to do? Not pretend we were smoking?
We all became teenagers and smoked real ones.
Yeah, we're like,
You know, like what is? Yeah, and then they had the ones with the gum.
Yeah, with blew
and it would
the smoke.
and it was. I think it was just like sugar or whatever, or some kind of sugar, powdered sugar. But yeah, you'd blow out. It would blow it out.
I remember sucking that in so I could try to blow it out. I almost died.
I bet.
I was like, oh yeah, and I just started choking. My mom's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, smoking a cigarette. She was like, what? I was like, no, the gum. I was like dying. It was just, my eyes were watering. My mom's like, are you gonna die? I was
Hence
like,
the reason they don't sell them anymore.
yeah. I remember the cigars.
No, I never actually got those.
Those were like, I think those were some of them were marshmallow and some of them were, I think they were gum, but they were gross.
Yeah.
Like a banana one, and that was disgusting.
Ew.
I was like, ooh, banana.
Yeah, right. And as a kid, you're thinking it's going to taste good. And it doesn't. Well, at least it kind of turned you off to cigars at that point.
I always liked the smell of cigars. I would never smoke
I
one.
love the smell of pipe.
Yeah, that too.
Pipe
My dad used
tobacco,
to,
like the cherry and vanilla. Yeah.
my dad
Makes me
used
think
to
of my
s-
grandpa.
Yeah, my dad used to smoke a pipe, and I actually have his pipe at my
Yep.
house. And I was like, wow, and I smelt it, and it still smelled like his tobacco. I was like, oh, it smells so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my wife's like, are you going to smoke out of that? And I'm like, absolutely not.
But it's good to have just to keep.
Yeah. And I remember him going,
Yeah.
reading his trucking, reading his trucking magazine.
Yep.
I'm like, Dad, why do you have to be so loud about it? Then he kind of slowed down. He's like, sounds like water dripping.
What do you want me to do? Yeah.
just stop. But yeah, I remember you tap it in the ashtray, and then it would like sit there for a minute, and I'd go over and go,
Yeah. Something about it. And they don't make so the tobacco, usually the pipe tobacco that they would get to make it, the kind of smelled so good, they don't even make it anymore.
I know. They don't
But
make
you
the
can
good
get
stuff.
something that's similar or very, very close to it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you can find like incense that smells like it. But it's difficult. It's very difficult.
I can't remember what he used. I don't know if it was the cherry one, but it was so freaking good.
It always just smelled really good.
And it made the house smell good. My mom hated it. She was like, "I'm trying to cook food here." He's like,
The
"Yeah."
acid.
And he goes, "Yeah, and."
The pipe probably smelled better.
Oh, it smelled so. My mom could cook, but he would the whole living room. It was so weird. It stayed in the living room. It didn't go anywhere else. And like that would be all over my clothes.
Well, that's because it's so dense. It's so dense.
Yeah.
It would just kind of like, it would be like a big layer of
Yeah, it looked like you were in
pipe smoke.
an old cemetery.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
It would just kind of hang out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it would be in your clothes, and it wouldn't stink like cigarettes do or even like cigars do. Your clothes would just smell like pipe tobacco, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It was actually kind of cool.
He smoked a lot, but it felt like you were at in the Undertaker entrance.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, Dad,
Back when
stop.
it was WWF,
Yeah, WWF.
World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, but the World Wildlife Federation took that from him.
Well, I think they...
No, I mean they did. They were like, "This was ours before
Yeah.
yours."
So
they were like,
unfortunately,
"No," and
yeah.
you're like, "Aw, we've been doing it for 20-some."
Yeah, I know, right? They had been.
Get
so how
over
come they
it.
never said anything before?
I know there's so many same exact lettering in a lot of places lately, and it's like they're not saying nothing.
Nobody's saying anything.
You're evil. You're so mean.
So
So that's
man.
responsible. You're so responsible. Oh, yeah.
Half the time I have no idea what you're saying.
You need to go home. Get out of my house. What?
Nah, I heard that. I know what you said there.
There was a girl, my sister's probably going to hate me if she's listening to this, that she hung out with that talked like that, and I couldn't stomach it because I couldn't understand what she was saying. And she probably put more makeup on than would ever be in a store. Okay.
Oh, man.
It was like she caked it on. We called her the painted pony.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
And my dad's like, "Good Lord, you see her face?" And I was like, "No, because it's caked. I don't even know what's under there. I've never seen her without makeup, so if she probably took it off, it would all just go."
Oh, my goodness. You
You
probably
like-
wouldn't recognize her.
No, well, I remember when she was doing it, and she was talking while she was doing it. She was like, "That's not that. I'm not do that. That's not that." That's all I kept hearing. I'm sitting there going like this. I'm just staring at her.
And you can't make out a word?
No, I couldn't understand anything. I was like, and she's like,
Yeah.
I'll try. And my sister understood her, and I'm going, what is she saying?
It's got to be like girl talk.
It was obnoxious, like
Like adults talked in Peanuts. It was like
yeah, wah, 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 wah. Yeah. But hers, I'll do that.
It's like a,
And she goes, "Hey, what's in my eyebrows?" And I was like, "What did you what?" And he went, "Eyebrows to put it around my lips." I was like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean eyebrow lips? What?" I was lost, dude. And then she was like, then she took. Then I remember she said she had a mustache, but she didn't. And she got all so upset. She was like, "I'll say what's off. It's really thick." That's all I heard, actual words. You're going to shave it off because it's really thick? There's nothing there.
Well, you know, some women.
Look
Actually, it's not even
snazzy.
just women. It's everybody. We all look at ourselves differently.
No, I know, but it was.
Like what we see is not what everybody
You
else sees.
wouldn't have seen it anyway. She had more makeup on than anything I've ever seen.
You know who was really hairy? Christina
Harry and the Hendersons.
Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
Because if you watch Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead,
Her arms are.
like there's so much fuzz on her shoulders, her arms, her face. I'd never seen so much fuzz before.
You're like,
And I didn't even ever catch it until like I was
till
older.
the sunlight hit it.
Yeah, well, until I was even older, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I mean, she's not now, but she was then. She had so much fuzz.
Wonder if she got shaved.
I don't know, but it might have been too. It might have been because it was the '80s, and in the '80s, the big eyebrows were a thing then. And then in the '90s, everybody got thin eyebrows.
Yep.
And then the thick eyebrows came back.
I don't know. The thick eyebrow. Well, my old teacher in middle school. Pow! Those were caterpillars that were big enough to.
But I remember the girls in my class all had real thin eyebrows. It was just the time. It was the time. It was like the 80s, it was real thick, and then in the 90s, it was real thin. And I remember that.
This is WTBR 89.7 Pittsfield, and we're also on WSBR 88.1 in Lee. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The BRTA offers training to any person or group new to using the bus system or the process. We have a certified travel trainer that will make the process easier. Our travel trainer will ride the bus with you until you are more comfortable with how everything works. They can teach you about fares, how to read the schedules, how to get on or off the bus, and pedestrian safety. If you are interested in this service, please email traveltraining@berkshirerta.com.
Support for this public service announcement comes from Berkshire Community College and Park Square Productions.
All right, we're back. See, it didn't take that long.
Yeah, we're back.
Hope you guys are happy.
It's funny because during the commercial break, we were talking about...
yeah.
We were talking about the headphones.
Yeah.
So, like, they're comfortable headphones, and they got the poof, for your ears, the puffy. Yeah, but I'm wondering if any manufacturers ever considered making headphones with, like, a cooling gel instead of... like the poof here that they make them with.
I know.
Because your ears get so hot.
Yeah, I feel like I'm cooking eggs in here.
Yeah, like it's toasty.
It's so toasty.
It's like if you put socks on and go to bed in the middle of the night, you take them off because your feet are so toasty.
Yeah.
It's like that with the headphones. And it's not just these, it's every kind of headphone.
Oh,
like
they're
that.
all
like,
headphones,
like
not these,
not
no.
the earbuds or anything like that. But for people who can't wear earbuds, like me, I can't wear earbuds.
I like the big ones.
Yeah, the things that cover my ears because the earbuds just don't fit in my ears.
My cranial hole.
It's like seriously, it ends up like either being sore or too much moisture builds up inside my ear canal, and then I get an ear infection just because I wore earbuds.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't wear them at all.
Are you kidding me?
I like the ones that go around your ear and then sit in.
Yeah,
those
because
I can wear.
Yeah, because they're not moving around and everything.
Exactly. Those I like. Those I can deal with. But I do like it around my ears so I can hear all the music. I feel like it's escaping when I'm wearing those.
It's just weird.
I don't want people hearing what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
You're like,
they don't. Do you remember when they first came out with like the Bluetooth little speaker that you'd put in your ear and like you'd connect it to your phone?
Yep.
And like people would walk around thinking they're really cool.
Yep.
Now they make them so small that you don't know that somebody's wearing them,
and they're talking
and you
to
think they're talking to themselves.
I thought somebody was talking to me yesterday.
Or you think they're talking to you.
Yeah, they were like, "Yeah, so are you going to do it?" And I'm like, "Do what?" He was like, "No, I was talking to my friend." I'm like looking around. He's like, "Oh no, he's in my ear." I was like, "Oh, you have one of those imaginary friends." I got you. He starts laughing. He's like, "No,
is your name Danny Torrance?"
Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Torrance.
Red rum. Remember, Danny, it's just like pictures in a book. It isn't real. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum.
If I was like, would you shut up? I'm trying to sleep. Jeez.
I saw the movie the sequel to that, Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, that's good.
And I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I did too.
It actually explained what The Shining is because you watch The Shining and you're not even really sure what The Shining is.
Yep. I didn't have a clue.
If you read the book, you'd know because the books are always better. So it's the Stephen King. And if you read the book, you would know what The Shining was.
Exactly.
But then if you watch the movie, it doesn't actually explain what The Shining is.
Did you ever watch the TV version of The Shining?
No.
It's horrible.
Not missing anything?
Okay, the guy, instead of using an axe, he uses one of those, what the heck is the name of that game? The one where they hit the balls on the grass.
Oh, like a croquet?
Yeah, croquet mallet. That's what he uses.
Oh, my
He's
goodness.
like, little pigs, ha ha ha, let me come in. And I'm like, no.
Really? I'm totally not scared of your croquet.
But he's like demonic. Like he changed completely.
Right.
And when they did The Shining, Jack was just perfect. Yeah, he was evil, but he wasn't like his whole eyes went different color and his hair was up in the air. I was like, it's just a mental case of another Ace Ventura.
Yeah, right.
It's like, what's going on?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it. And it's just it's like the sequel to Joe Dirt. I haven't seen that. And someone, was it you, told me? I don't remember. Somebody told me that it was horrible.
It's not that good.
Somebody told me it was horrible.
The first one was the best. The second one was, I didn't like it.
It was funny.
Yeah. First one was great.
So Chris Farley's brother was in that.
Yeah.
And do you think that David Spade thought for a few seconds, because Chris Farley's brother looks like him a lot, and he sometimes kind of acts like him, and every now and then he can almost sound like him.
Yeah.
So I wonder, because David Spade, they were best friends. So I wonder if while they were making that movie, because he had a part where he had to actually talk to him face to face, and I wonder if he thought, geez, he's just like his brother.
Yeah.
Even just for a second.
I heard they were going to make a movie about Chris Farley. He wanted to play his brother.
Yeah.
And it would be perfect because that's his brother.
Right,
so.
right. He has he has the closest resemblance to him.
Yeah. Just let me tell you. Pulling up his pit. That was the funniest bit on SNL. Those guys were dying, and they could not hold it.
I live in a van down by the river.
They were dying, but all of them.
They were.
They were like...
Matter of fact, I think Christina Applegate was a part of that.
Yeah, she was sitting right next to David Spade.
Was she sitting there? Yeah.
Yeah, she was sitting right. She was like... She was trying to hide her smile and laugh.
It was her, not Jennifer Aniston, right? It was her.
No, it was her.
It was definitely her.
And David Spade's sitting there, and he's dying.
Trying not to.
They were
having a hard time.
He's like...
They were having a hard time trying not to laugh.
Oh man, it was so funny. There's some SNL skits that are so funny where what's the one where they're like, you gotta get out to the like I-94 and then you gotta turn right, and like he's saying that, and then one of the guys is like, and he's laughing so hard he can't hold it. Or the one where I can't remember his name though, where he's talking to an actress that plays the Black Widow.
Yeah.
In the Marvel movies. And he's with Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
And he's talking to her, and they're sitting there, and he's like, so, what would you do? And they got, their mouths are open, and she goes, well, I would never cut my hair. And he's like, oh, and he spits the entire... spits the entire slushy right in Kristen Wiig's face. And she's like, oh, like that. And then he takes hers and dumps it on her head. She's like, oh. And he's trying not to laugh. He's still got his mouth open. He's like,
for in case people don't know who Kristen Wiig is, she was in Bridesmaids. She was the skinny blonde that basically the movie was revolved around. Yeah,
was still hungry and ate the walnut. I mean the almond.
Yeah. She was trying to pretend she wasn't sick.
It's coming out of me like lava.
I know.
Don't look at me.
Actually, a lot of them are from SNL.
Yep.
Almost all of them, I think, are from SNL. Yep. So a lot of the best comedians come from there.
Yeah.
And I love the movies that feature them.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Adam Sandler usually has half of them on there, half of his movies.
Yeah.
Always.
Because they're funny.
They're great. They're so great.
Paul Rudd,
yeah. Paul Rudd's amazing. I love Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he's funny.
Did you ever see the movie? I just watched the movie yesterday. I didn't watch it all. It's called Death of a Unicorn.
No, but I've heard of it.
I was watching some of it, and I was literally lost. I was like, okay, the unicorn died. And then what happened? I was confused. They put it in their trunk and brought it with them to the house they were going to.
Oh.
And then I'm sitting here going, these people want to kill them because the unicorn's dead. And then I was lost. I was like, okay, I got to start this over because I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Because it's got Jenny Ortega in it.
Okay.
And it was decent. And then I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I was lost. I was completely lost after a while. Like, these people went after him in the house. And I was just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, I'm not watching this right now.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I feel you. My ears are roasting. Like roasting.
I know. The only reason I said so is because they were getting warm. But yeah, we still have to. We got to like make a day where we got to watch like some new movie or whatever, and then be able to give it a rating or something. I did go and see The Amateur.
Which one?
The Amateur.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's in theaters right now.
I watched The Working Man. That was pretty good with Jason Statham.
Okay,
that was not too bad. Pretty good.
And I also watched The Wolf Man. I think I talked about that.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah, it It wasn't bad. You should see it. You have to come over sometime and see it.
No, I can watch it anytime. I got free movies.
Oh, yeah.
I can watch any movie that's out. And I tell anybody that? Oh, too bad. Anyway. So I'm happy. Watch cops are probably going to be like, well, we're going to your house later. Not to watch
Cops don't care. It's the FBI.
Yeah. I ain't worried.
They don't care either right now.
Nobody. They're more concerned about a lot of other things than worry about movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Pirating is not a victimless crime. I know you're not pirating.
That's not what I'm doing.
But that's what it made me think of. That FBI warning in the beginning of movies, where it's like piracy is not a victimless crime.
Victimless.
It's like,
oh my God, you said victimless. Here's local
victimless.
Here's local Billy. My name's Chantal.
I wonder how Chantel's doing.
My ears are burning right now. My name's Chantal.
She's still got to do one of our intros.
Oh, yeah, I got to do that. I mean, she's got to do that.
Yeah, you got to get a hold of her and have her do one of the intros.
Chantal, come do the intro.
Okay,
that's like so much fun.
Like Chuck and Billy's on your cup of tea is sponsored by. My name's Chantal. It's sponsored by. Sponsored by Sesame Street.
Today's number is 9, and today's letter is B.
Who'd mess it up and be like, today's number is L.
Yeah,
Wait,
right? That's the best thing, to do it just like that. Today's number is L, and today's letter is 17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's going back.
Yeah,
that's going back a little
feel
bit.
like really young.
Yeah, or like the theme song for Reading Rainbow.
Oh, Reading Rainbow.
That was like, I watched that.
I used to watch it.
The Reading Rainbow. How about like that? I think those old like intros and commercials from like the 80s are the best.
I can't remember the dude that used to be on, and he used to draw pictures on a whiteboard, and he would talk, and he had like a stash, and he had curly hair. I can't remember what the name of the show was. And I saw him again on another show, and I was like, dang, like, humongous guy.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened to you, bro? Dying over here. Anyway. I was like, geez, I remember when you were this, like, little dude. He was a little dude. Now he's just a big honching monster now. But, you know, that's what Burger King and McDonald's does to you after, a while.
Well, yeah. Pretty much.
Well, I love the nuggets. I get a 20-piecer.
Yes.
Butterflies in the sky.
I know.
In the sky. I can go twice as high.
Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
Should have Chantel sing the whole song.
I know.
Reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. My name's Chantal.
That would be hilarious.
I know.
We should use that as our intro.
Take a look. It's Chuck and Billy, and they're in a book.
Wait, we are?
Maybe.
That'd be funny.
That's all she wrote.
That's hilarious.
But yeah,
I now feel older than I was a minute ago.
I know. I wonder if anybody else is gonna I know there'll be people that are gonna recognize it, but I wonder who is gonna recognize it.
There's probably people out there right now going, "You guys are really young. Quit your complaining."
I know.
Like, and they're probably like 30 something. No, I'm not.
Let's make a cooking show called Marcy and Mabel's Happy Time. Well, hello, young fellers out there.
Hello, young feller.
Are you guys ready to cook some steak?
What's that one? What is that one?
Keep listening.
Burger King?
Yeah.
That's the old one.
2 Whoppers, 2 Whopper Juniors, and 4 Coca-Cola.
You can't have that. You're going to get fat. That would be funny if she said that.
But like the Whoppers back then used to be so good.
Yeah, now they're like, taste like they're made of sawdust.
And they're thin as...
Yeah, but the burgers were burgers. Now they're just...
Yeah, the burgers were burgers.
It's like they're smash burgers, but they're not smash burgers. They're just crushed under the wheel.
Exactly.
They're crushed under the wheel.
Do you remember the Double Mint?
Oh, God. That commercial.
Double Mint. And the thing is there's been so many.
Yeah,
there's the
Double
90s
Mint Twins
one.
ones was the best.
Yeah, they were all like that, but like there's the 90s. Like they had, I believe... Let me see if I can get... Let me see if I
Teddy
can get it.
Ruxpin.
Let me see if I can get... Yeah, I know.
My buddy. Oh, Lord. These guys are probably like, they're playing ads!
No, it's the old Double Mint.
It's fun. Was there ever a whatchamacallit commercial?
I don't think so.
I thought there was. That would be hilarious.
I don't think there was one for whatchamacallit, though.
So I think next time when I make an intro, I'm going to use a Sesame Street song.
You should. You totally should.
And then have Snuffleupagus be like, hey there, guys. I'm here to introduce Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea.
That'd be so funny.
Oh, Lord. Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
That was good. My God, I feel old.
Right? And these were all played like around the same
at
the same time.
Street
Like
anymore, man.
you like watch Sesame Street and then like Reading Rainbow and all of that was like all pretty much in the same block.
And
of
the
time.
after school program, remember the shows?
Yes.
They were always stupid.
Yeah, they really. Except for what was it, like Seventh Heaven?
Seventh Heaven wasn't. I didn't mind Seventh Heaven because
I liked
Jessica
it.
Biel was on it. But anyways, the funny thing was like you have the after school program things where it was always about like the kid getting hammered or somebody stealing from a jar of money.
I know.
It was annoying. Like, did you steal from Mommy's stash?
Yeah.
That's for Mommy's liquor. You know, something like that. But it's like, really? Come on.
Here's one for you.
God.
You're going to have to guess what it is, and I wonder if the listeners are going to know. I know that some of them are going to know what it is, but...
Oh, my God. I know what it is, but I can't...
An order is single, you get more beef than the Whopper.
That's Wendy's,
or the Big
though.
Mac.
Where's the beef? Yeah.
Wendy's, you never have to ask, where's the beef?
That was the best. That old lady was the best. I
Yeah.
used to have one of the shirts.
There was like a 40th anniversary commercial that had been done for it, and I'd have never seen it.
It's funny because I used to wear the shirt, and I wore it to school one time. I got in trouble for wearing it.
Really?
They're like, you need to turn that inside out. I'm like, why? They're like, because it says, where's the beef? I'm like, it means hamburger.
Yeah, it's
What are you
Wendy's.
on?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. They made me turn my Bart Simpson shirt around one time because it said, I caramba.
Oh.
I'm like, really? Come on. Ay, ay, ay. I was like, you guys are so evil. Well, no. It said, eat my shorts. That's what it
Oh,
said.
that's, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, turn it around. That's disrespectful in the school system. And
Yeah.
calm down, guys. Calm down. Thundercats. I know that song. I feel old.
Yeah.
Gotta play He-Man.
I know. I was thinking about it.
Go Power Rangers. Don't play that.
That
one.
was totally the 90s.
I know, but I can't stand the Power Rangers. Always hated the Power Rangers. What else was it? Mask.
Yeah.
You remember Mask? With the
Kinda.
flying cars.
Maybe.
Oh, so funny. So good. I love that cartoon. Thundercats.
I know. Thundercats. So we're taking you back. We're totally dating ourselves.
Yeah, we're messing.
now.
We're doing it badly. I'm
But-
old.
But those were the best. Those were the best.
Yep.
I'll admit it.
I loved He-Man. That was one of my favorite shows I'd watch. I would watch, what was it? What was his name? Dune Buggy.
Oh.
He was like, that one. I can't remember the name of it. That's Hanna-Barbera, right?
That alone.
He-Man. I'm the masters of the... People are probably like...
Yeah, what?
Parking their car like, whoa.
Nostalgia, guys.
I feel old, bro.
Nostalgia.
All the ladies are like, oh my God, my life is over.
I'm so old.
What is going on here? Play Gem.
I know.
Josie and the Pussycat.
Please.
Make me feel better. That would be so funny. If there's actually people parked going, oh my God, I'm so old.
It's nostalgia though. Yeah, no, like I would be parked going, holy crap.
I'd be like,
what is happening?
Only 3 others.
What is happening right now?
Who's my not favorite? I hated, what was the guy's name?
I don't know.
What was his name? Oh, I didn't like Man at Arms. I couldn't stand that guy. He was like the Ram guy. I couldn't stand him. Oh, good Lord. You gotta play Gem. Gem, it's truly outrageous. Truly, you gotta play that one. It'll bring the women back. They're like, oh, good. Oh, thank God. They'll be blowing wind with their hand. I was feeling really old.
I know.
It'll be so funny. Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. I used to watch this too, and Mighty Mouse.
Watch this, yeah. Mighty Mouse, yeah. Heckle and Jekyll.
Yeah.
I am so old.
You can't do that on television.
Captain Caveman.
Oh.
Captain Caveman.
You can't do that on television.
No.
I remember.
Yes, that show was the best.
It was.
I loved
and
that show.
If you said, well, I don't know, you would get slimed.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I used to have the crush on the girl, Christy.
Is it Gem and the hologram?
Yes,
is that
Gem
what it
and the
is?
holograms. You ever see that?
No, but I guarantee you that
it'll bring back something when you hear it.
It's gonna do something. Oh man!
Gem, it's truly outrageous.
How's that feel, ladies? Do you feel older than you did a minute ago?
Josie and the Pussycat.
That is funny.
That's great. It's so funny.
It really is.
We got to get like little snippets of like pieces, and then we can just click them and play them.
I know.
And be like, what do you think of this, people? We got to find some old stuff.
I know.
Oh my God.
That'd be so funny.
People, they're probably out there going, I feel old.
I know. Don't do it. I already feel old.
Stop it. Don't play that song.
No, please don't. Please don't.
The kids back in the day. Calm down.
No, but it does make you. It does make you feel old. But at the same time, it gives you some really good memories.
Oh yeah, I remember just getting up Saturday morning, man, bowl of cereal. I'm ready.
Oh yeah,
I'm ready for 8 o'clock in the morning cartoons.
But this is going way back to like 1970.
Yeah, there you go, ladies. There's another one for you. I thought I'd help you out. Instead of making the guys only feel old, now you feel older.
Right?
You're like, how's that feel?
No, we all do.
Yeah, we're feeling old right now already.
I know.
Josie and the Pussycat.
Then they remade that cartoon.
They did,
and everybody hated it.
Yeah, they did. I saw the remake in the list.
I mean,
like,
they made the
wow.
movie. The movie was terrible.
Yeah,
that was absolutely terrible. And they were gonna make a Gem movie, and they never did it. Thank God, because no. What was the other one? Strawberry Shortcake, man. Oh God, Heathcliff. Heathcliff, man.
I watched this too.
I can't remember. I'm trying to think back in the day when I was a kid. The order for me was He-Man, Captain Caveman, what was it? He-Man, Captain Caveman, He-Man. Then it was Mask. The heck was the other one, man?
G.I. Joe. I know. I watched G.I. Joe.
I think it was G.I. Joe. Yes, G.I. Joe. I watched after, and then it was a repeat afterwards of a different episode from last week, He-Man. And then it would start again, and it would go to Heckle and Jekyll, then Tom and Jerry. It was just amazing. I loved it. And I have like 8 bowls of cereal, and I'm bloated.
But it was only Saturdays, like it was only Saturdays that you'd. So during the week, they would have like weekday commercials and cartoons, and it would be like in the afternoon, maybe about 4:00. That's when like G.I. Joe would come on, and that was it. But there was only like an hour's worth of cartoons, and then on Saturday mornings there would be cartoons all morning until the news came on. And then we were outside for the rest of the day.
We never came inside till the lights came on outside.
Yeah.
When them lights come on, you get in the house. Okay, Mom. I still remember the day I was playing baseball out in the street, and I was playing with my friend, and I threw the ball, and I hit his mom in the head with it. That's all you heard. She was like, oh, my God. She was such a drama queen. It barely hit her. She was like, oh, God. She ran in the house, and his dad got so mad and came at me. Not his dad. My neighbor came at me and was like, I'm going to kill you for hitting my wife. Like, dude, it was an accident. Come on, man. G.I. Joe. Real American hero.
Real American hero.
That's what we need now is a real American hero, not a real American
Where's G.I. Joe?
Yeah, where's G.I. Joe?
Oh, my goodness.
This is the long road.
It is. Of course, then, as you're getting older, as you're getting into more TV shows, you become a bigger kid.
Yep.
It's
Airwolf. What is it? Oh, A-Team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am old. Anyways.
Yeah.
A-Team. It was my dad. Me and my dad watched A-Team, Airwolf, Blue Thunder.
I used to watch MASH.
MASH I would watch like late at night when I was going to sleep to go for school. They would make me fall asleep because it was such like a soothing show for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like the beginning.
It was so soft. Like, it was definitely soothing, weirdly and oddly enough, it was soothing.
Yeah, it was weird. But it was either MASH or Cheers I would fall asleep to.
Yep.
Cheers I would like.
Oh, man, the Cheers theme song.
Yeah, Cheers, man.
That's insane. That would be...
I actually watch some of that now.
Everybody knows Cheers.
I love that show. My dad hated it. Why do they make a movie about a stupid show about a bar? I don't know, Dad. Why do they make stupid shows about flying helicopters?
Taking your way in the world today takes everything you've got.
I feel really old now. People are probably like, "Oh my God, turn it off."
This brings back memories. No, it
sure
definitely will.
My friend went to the bar, actually. Cheers.
The real Cheers, yeah.
Yeah. He was pretty like, cool. This is cool, man. It looks almost exactly the
identical,
same.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
He said there's a different stairwell somewhere, and I can't remember what he was talking about, but. And he was like, wait, watch on the show, I'll show you. And then he's like, oh, it's not there. I was like, it's a show. Of course it's not there.
Of course. That's all. It was a show. That's...
It's so funny, man. I love it. All the golden oldie stuff, man, right there. I can't think. Yes, Three's Company. Oh man,
John Ritter.
I don't know. I think they're all gone, man.
I'm pretty sure.
John Ritter passed away.
Joyce DeWitt. Yeah, I know John Ritter did. Joyce DeWitt.
Suzanne Summers passed away.
Summers.
She passed away.
Yeah.
And I know the old guy's gone. If he's still alive, there's something wrong.
Oh, Norman Fell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably like, hey guys, I'm still here. Ooh, it's almost time to go.
Sure
is. It was
is.
so much fun, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was good times. Now I feel really, really old now. Thank you, Billy.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. But that was fun, man.
Leave
I
it
love
to
that.
me.
I'm gonna find some other old ones, man, and just kind of put them in little pieces,
Little clips.
little clippies, and just clicky. And we're just gonna sit here and talk about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
so crazy. I haven't heard it in a long time.
Exactly. Like the Golden Girls.
Oh, good Lord. I couldn't watch that show. I only liked Estelle.
I thought it was funny. Yeah, they were funny.
Well, that's it for Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea. We'll be back next week. We hope to see you. We love you guys. You guys are the best.
See you next week.
See you next week, fellers.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
And there you have it, folks. You've reached the end of another wild episode of Not Your Cup of Tea. If your sides aren't aching from laughter and your coffee isn't suspiciously splattered across your screen, then, quite frankly, we haven't done our job right. A massive thank you to our listeners who've bravely endured our comedic journey. You've stayed with us longer than a cat in a sunbeam, and for that, you deserve a medal, preferably something shiny that you didn't have to assemble. We hope you enjoyed our expert-level banter.
I don't really have a plan as such. I'm pretty much going moment to moment right now. Winging it, really.
That's a little like a buffet. Some dishes were gourmet, others questionable, and a few might have just been straight-up mystery meat. Remember, if you didn't find us funny, just pretend you did. It's good for your social standing. And let's not forget our amazing producer, who valiantly tries to wrangle this circus of talent and chaos. You deserve a therapist and a week off on an island far away from our shenanigans. So, as you saunter off into the sunset that we all know is just a bright screen where work emails await, remember, life's too short to take seriously.
Jogging. I believe it's jogging or yogging. It might be a soft J. I'm not sure, but apparently you just run for an extended period of time. It's supposed to be wild.
Keep your humor sharp, your snacks nearby, and if anyone asks, what's your cup of tea? Just tell them it's a fine blend of chaos and laughter. Join us next week for more of this delightful madness, where we'll tackle another batch of ridiculous ideas.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
That probably shouldn't see the light of day. Until then, stay quirky, stay fabulous, and remember, if you can't be the coffee, be the mug. Strong and ready to handle anything. Until next week, folks.